Hey everybody, this is Yunjin from YQ Traveling and welcome back to another vlog. I need an intro. Anyone can give me an intro. So today we are going to talk about a kind of personal thing about traveling, and it's actually inspired by ooh, there's someone passing by. Oh, so we're in the great outdoors if you can't tell. So it's inspired by an email from a reader called Rachel. Hi Rachel. Rachel's from New York, and then her email headline, she said, how did you find the courage to travel? No, how did you find the courage to quit your job and travel? Actually, this question is divided into two parts. First part is the how did you find the courage to quit your job, and then the second part is how did you find the courage to travel around the world. And then I'm gonna discuss the travel around the world part today, and then the quitting job part some other day. So to tell you the truth, I wasn't a professional traveler, if there's such a job. Like since young, I know I hadn't been on a lot of sleepovers or summer camps or things like that when I was growing up, and there's a big fat lorry going on. And so that meant that I didn't have a lot of training, sleeping away from home. And I found out about it when I was, when I was 14. I went on this camp. It was only a one night camp, and I was begging the teachers, like, bring me back home. I don't want to stay here no more. And I was just crying, crying, crying. And it happened again when I was 17. I went on this tour group to Taiwan with a bunch of other kids, and the whole thing was 22 days. I cried for, I think, 20 days. It was only on the 21st day I was like, hell no, I ain't gonna cry no more. And the problem was, it was the 21st day, and then we're leaving like the next day. What? And I also went on another tour group to China, and I cried less, but I was still crying. And things got worse when I went to university. Yeah, when I was 19 years old, I was still crying in my dorm. So I was crying like the whole first semester. My mom loves to tell the story, like, oh, she cries when she went to university. I'm like, yeah, mom. And in my second semester, I was still crying. And one day, I was just kneeling on the floor crying, and then I stopped and asked myself, why are you crying? Then I answer myself, I don't know. So myself said, take out pen and paper and write down why you're crying. So my reason crying was that I'm away from home. Okay, great. Then how about the pros and cons of being at home and being in university? So I wrote down this list, and then it was really scary because the the pros of staying at home was just this much. It's like, I know my bed, and then the rest for university, the list was this long. It's just like, I knew then that I needed to stop crying, so I decided to stop crying. And I think it was just like a switch, just like, okay, I don't feel like crying no more. Oh, great. So that's actually the part about leaving home. And the part about traveling is another story, which I'm gonna tell now. And my travel resume started when I was doing student exchange in China. But before that, I was terrified of traveling. I don't know why. I had the misconception that when women travel, it'll be really scary. Everyone's gonna like just molest you or anything, like rob you and stuff like that. And it was in my head. And then I told my friend Debbie that I have penis envy about traveling, and then she's like, "What are you talking about? Women can travel, duh." And it was then that I realized that, hey, women can travel. And then good thing was that when I went to China, I met a friend, my travel inspiration Wing. So she is like kick-ass awesome when it comes to traveling. She backpacked from the south to the north of Vietnam and things like that. And to me, it was like, wow, there's a travel role model for me to like model myself after. And then it gave me more courage to travel. And I started traveling then, and it just takes time. I traveled like, I guess it's like 30. Sorry for the cut. My phone ran out of memory. I have this like stupid phone with only 16 GB. What? Yep. So where was I? Yes. So I went traveling a lot, a lot before I went on an around the world trip. It didn't come easy. I met like crazy people. I don't mean like crazy party people. I met this guy who threatened to kill me when I was in Paris. I'm like, what? You probably heard the story. And then I yeah. So it takes practice. I tell you, it's not definitely not like a 2 month thing. It's like you're going to travel and then boom, yeah, you're traveling. No, it takes practice. And guess what? I'm here to help. I'm here to hold your hand, to tell you that you can do this, and then we're gonna do this together. Okay? So yeah, so that's the story of how I had the courage to travel around the world. Quitting job part is another story. It's actually easier than the traveling part. So that's all for today, and thank you so much for watching. And if you could please go to my page somewhere down there to check out my pre-order page for my book, Your Big Break: The Guide to Leaving Your Job to Travel Around the World and Back. So it's a book where I have like step-by-steps to teach you or to guide you on how you can also do what I did, which is like conquer all fears about quitting a job to travel and actually planning the stuff. So there's two parts to planning. There's like pre-planning and planning. So I show you how to do the pre-planning, and I show you how to do planning, and what you need to do on the road, and also what you need to do when you come back. That's another process. So just check out the book, check out the pre-order page, and if you know anyone who might need it, who's like always complaining about their job, just send it to them. Maybe they'll find inspiration, and then they'll do whatever it is that they've always wanted to do. Yep, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next vlog. Goodbye. Send me your travel questions, okay?